Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. In my last video, I talked about pineal gland. If you have not seen the video, then click on the button and watch the video now. Today I'm going to talk about our next part of the endocrine system, which is pituitary gland. Okay, so as you can see in this photo. Now, this pituitary gland presents in the cerebrum or our brain in hypophyseal fossa. This fossa is also known as sella turcica. It is also known as pituitary fossa. Now, pituitary gland presents in the hypophyseal fossa. That's why this pituitary gland is also known as hypophysis cerebri. Okay. Now, this gland is almost oval shape or egg shaped. Okay. So it is anteroposteriorly 8 mm and transversely it is 12 mm in size, and the weight is almost 500 milligram. Okay. Now, in relation, in superiorly you will find diaphragm ocelli, along with the tuber cinerarium, along with the optic chiasma, along with the infundibular recess of third ventricle. Okay. Now, in the floor or inferiorly, you will find the layer of dura mater in the hypophyseal fossa, and this layer contains lots of veins, along with the hypophyseal fossa and the floor itself, along with the sphenoidal air sinus. Okay. And each side, laterally, you will find cavernous sinus. That's it. Now, as you can see in this photo, we divide our pituitary gland into main two segments. One is anterior segment and another is posterior segment. Anterior segment is known as adenohypophysis, okay, and the posterior segment is known as neurohypophysis. This adenohypophysis develops from the Rathakis pouch, and this neurohypophysis develops from the continuation part of the diencephalon. Okay. Now, how this develops, I will talk about in embryology chapter, not here. See, this anterior pituitary or the adenohypophysis is divided into three sub-layers. First of all, your pars anterior, then you're going to find pars intermedia, and then pars tuberalis. Okay, so this pars anterior is also known as pars glandularis. It is also known as pars distalis. Okay. So first of all, this pars anterior is also known as pars glandularis. It is also known as pars distalis. Okay. And this segment or this sublayer is a little bit larger than other sublayers. Okay. Now, about pars intermedia, it is separated from the pars anterior via interglandular cleft, and it is very thin strip-like appearance. Okay. And the pars tuberalis, it is an upward extension of the anterior lobe, and it forms actually infundibulum. Okay. And now this posterior segment or the neurohypophysis is divided into three sublayers. First of all, your posterior lobe, and it is very small area compared to other lobes. Okay. Infundibular stem, it contains neural connection in between the hypothalamus and the posterior pituitary. Okay. And the third one is your median eminence of tuber cinerarium, which is actually the continuation part of the infundibulum. Okay, that's it. Now, in blood supply, as always, two components in arterial supply and venous drainage. In arterial supply, it is mainly supplied by the superior and inferior hypophyseal artery, and the venous drainage is drained by few veins emerges from the gland and joins into the both side dural venous sinus, and this sinus ultimately drains into cavernous sinus. That's it. And in the nerve supply, this pituitary gland has only one part, which is sympathetic part, and it is coming from the carotid plexus, both sides, right side, left side. That's it. Now, in the microanatomy, along with the endocrine part of this pituitary gland, as you can see in this photo, this pituitary gland, first of all, I'm going to talk about anterior lobe. Now, this anterior lobe consists of very special type of cell known as chromophilic cells. Okay. Now, this chromophilic cells has two types. One is acidophilic and basophilic. Acidophilic cells are also known as alpha cell, and these basophilic cells also known as beta cells. Okay. Now, this alpha cell or acidophilic cells secretes somatotrophin hormone, growth hormone, prolactin, and adrenocorticotropic hormone. And now these basophilic cells or beta cells secretes thyroid stimulating hormone, follicular stimulating hormone or follicle stimulating hormone, and luteinizing hormone. Okay, now this intermediate lobe secretes melanocyte stimulating hormone. Okay, and this posterior lobe or the neurohypophysis, it doesn't secrete any kind of hormone directly. Okay, here's the wrong thing, that we directly say that, oh, posterior pituitary gland secretes vasopressin, oxytocin. No, posterior pituitary gland never secretes any kind of hormone directly, because this entire gland consists of lots and lots of hypothalamo-hypophyseal tracts. These are nerve tracts are filled with this posterior pituitary, along with some specialized modified neuroglial cells known as pituicytes. Okay, now according to the body situation or the body demand, it sends signal to the hypothalamus. I will talk about this later in my next video, hypothalamus, not now. So this posterior pituitary send signals in the hypothalamus, and then hypothalamus secretes oxytocin and vasopressin according to the body situation and body demand. Posterior pituitary gland never secretes any kind of hormone directly like intermediate lobe or anterior lobe of pituitary gland. Okay, remember this fact lifelong, even if you die. Okay, and that's a joke. So this is all about our pituitary gland. I hope you will understand about it, and I will talk about these hormones in details in my special videos, not here. So till then, bye.